Hello and welcome to Eternal in 5. I'm aReNGee, and today we're going to be talking about two of the latest spoilers from the 7th set in the Eternal card game series, the Flame of Xulta. This first spoiler was spoiled by Wodar on Discord, and it is Nahid the Immortal, a Xenon legendary sort of flagship card. And this got a lot of people excited initially. So Nahid uh, can be cast or can be pulled out of the deck for free if you have 50 or more life. And at the start of each player's turn, they might need to sacrifice a unit. If they can't, he does 7 damage to them. So what a lot of people were assuming was that you could play a control deck, get up to 50 life, harsh rule the board, and then 4 Nahids are going to pop out, pass to opponent's turn at the start of the turn. They're going to try to sacrifice 4 units, can't do that, take 7 times 4, 28 damage, and you're going to win the game. That would be a 1-card combo for the win, and some rules clarifications have come to pass that this is not actually going to be a thing. First and foremost, you can only ever pull 1 Nahid out of your deck, both on the initial trigger and afterwards, so it's not once per turn you can churn out a couple 7/7s. The second rules clarification is that you don't need to pay the influence or have the influence requirements when you play it for free, but that's not all that relevant given that you can't pull 4 of them out. So this is going to be a bust. The only place that you might actually see this is in some kind of catch or life gain combo deck. Anything that is sort of an aggressive mid-range and actually gets up to 50 life reliably, then they might play this to just pull out an extra threat. But I'm not anticipating seeing this anywhere, so this will be a bust. The second card was spoiled by Luis Scott Vargas on his Rare Eternal stream tonight, actually, and it is the Mighty Stonesmelt Dragon, the second overcosted, understated 7-mana Nightmare Dragon that we've had, with Cruel Wyvark being the first. This one's slightly more playable. It has the same amount of nonsense text on it, pay 7 to give 7, etc., etc., but at least on summon, it does kill all enemy relics. So there have been times in the past where Passes of Ages has been a card that people have played. Yes, this is prior to Boar being printed, and Boar is a lot better than Stonesmelt Dragon, but fortunately or unfortunately, Boar is not actually in the Expedition format. So it's possible that in the future, you may need to kill all enemy relics and be in the Fire faction, in which case Stonesmelt Dragon may be the market card for you. The one bonus is that it's pretty easy to get this off a smuggler, since there's no way this ends up in any main deck. So in that case, this card will be playable in those circumstances. Otherwise, this is a draft card. So those spoilers did not take very long to review, which brings me to my biggest question about Flame of Xulta, which is, what's going on with Flame of Xulta? What factions are we actually going to have? Historically, we've usually had a power matchup between the multi-faction power that was printed and the cards that were present in the set. For example, in the previous set, set 6, we had the set of insignias and the new smugglers, and that was it for multi-faction cards. Now, obviously, that one had a monocolor focus, but here we know from the Trials of Gordov that we're going to be getting 5 insignias reprinted, and the multi-faction spoilers that we have don't really line up with that. So we've had an Elysian and a Xenon spoiler that lines up with insignias, and a Stonescar and Feln spoilers that do not. I did some thinking about what kind of 5 combination we could get from that, and you've actually got 3 shadow factions in there, which leads to me to believe and predict that we're not actually going to get a set of 5 different faction combinations. I think we're going to get 10, since they've never tripled up on a faction like that before. So my best guess for what we're going to be getting out of Flame of Xulta is that rather than having these reprinted insignias and then offset spoilers, is we're going to get a new multi-faction card for every 2-faction combination. And we're also going to get not 5, but 10 reprinted insignias, so both the ones from Trial of Gordov and the ones from set 6 before then. Or, yeah, so from set 6 before then. So all 10 insignias, all 10 or 10 multi-faction spoilers, and that doesn't leave a whole lot of room in the set with only 200 cards. That's, 20 cards right there, more if you want to fit in more than one multi-faction card per thing, and then you have things like draft numbers to take into account. So it will be very interesting to see where Direwolf Digital end up going with it, but that's what my prediction is.